Hey everyone, welcome back to the Personal Growth Talks podcast, where we unpack the best books, ideas, and strategies to help you live your absolute best life. I'm your host, Jackson, and today we're diving deep into a book that's been a total game changer for so many people. The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. If you've ever felt like your days slip away without you getting closer to your goals, or if you're curious about how waking up early can transform your life, you're in the right place. This episode is going to be packed with insights, practical tips, and a whole lot of motivation. So, grab your favorite drink, coffee, tea, or maybe just some water. Find a comfy spot. And let's get into this summary. Oh, and before we start, if you love diving into books that inspire growth and change, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. All right, let's jump in. So, what's the 5 a.m. Club all about? At its heart, it's a book about taking control of your mornings to take control of your life. Robin Sharma, the same guy who wrote the iconic The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, lays out a system to wake up at 5 a.m. and use that early morning time to supercharge your productivity, creativity, and overall happiness. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. 5 a.m.? Are you kidding me? I'm barely functioning by 8. Trust me, I totally get it. Waking up early sounds like a punishment, especially if you're not a morning person. But here's the thing. This book isn't just about dragging yourself out of bed. It's about building habits that make you feel unstoppable, focused, and ready to crush your day. The book is written like a story, which makes it super engaging. It follows 3 characters: an entrepreneur who's burned out, an artist who's struggling to find inspiration, and a billionaire mentor who teaches them the secrets of the 5 a.m. Club. Through their journey, Sharma shares practical tools and mindsets that anyone, yes, even you, can use to level up. So, let's break it down into the key ideas step by step, and I'll throw in some real-world tips to make it work for you. Section 1. Why 5 a.m.? All right, let's start with the big question. Why 5 a.m.? Why not 6 a.m., 7 a.m., or, noon? Sharma says the early morning is a magical time. It's quiet, peaceful, and free from distractions. Your phone's not buzzing, your inbox isn't overflowing, and the world hasn't started demanding your attention yet. Plus, science backs this up. Your willpower and focus are at their peak in the morning, before the day's chaos drains you. By waking up at 5 a.m., you're giving yourself a head start to focus on you, your goals, your health, your dreams, before life gets in the way. Think about your typical morning for a second. How does it go? Do you hit snooze a few times, scroll through your phone, then rush out the door feeling stressed? I've been there. You start the day reacting to everyone else's needs, and by bedtime you're like, wait, what did I even do for myself today? The 5 a.m. Club flips that script. It's about being proactive, not reactive. You're setting the tone for your day, like a conductor leading an orchestra. Sharma calls this first hour from 5 to 6 a.m. the victory hour. It's your sacred time to work on becoming the best version of yourself. And here's a cool little fact from the book. Some of the most successful people in history, think inventors, artists, and CEOs, were early risers. They used the morning to think, create, and plan. So, in a way, joining the 5 a.m. club is like joining an elite group of high achievers. Pretty motivating, right? Now, let's get to the heart of the book. The 2020's formula. This is the secret sauce of the 5 a.m. club, and it's so simple, yet so powerful. The 2020's formula is a way to structure your victory hour to maximize your energy, focus, and growth. It splits that hour into 3 20-minute blocks. Move, reflect, and grow. Let's break each one down and talk about why they matter. 1. Move. 5 o'clock, 5:20 a.m. The first 20 minutes are all about physical movement. This could be exercise like jogging, yoga, or even just stretching. You don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment. The point is to get your body moving and your blood pumping. Why? Because exercise wakes up your brain, boosts your mood, and gives you energy for the day. Sharma says sweating in the morning is like hitting a reset button for your body. It lowers stress hormones like cortisol and releases feel-good chemicals like endorphins. Here's a quick example. I tried this myself for a week, and instead of going all in with a hardcore workout, I just did 20 minutes of body weight exercises. Think push-ups, squats, and some stretching. By day 3, I noticed I wasn't dragging myself through the morning anymore. I felt alert and ready to tackle my to-do list. So, pick something you enjoy. Hate running? Try dancing to your favorite playlist. Love nature? Go for a brisk walk outside. The key is to make it fun so you stick with it. 2. Reflect. 5:25-40 a.m. The next 20 minutes are for your mind and soul. This is when you reflect, journal, meditate, or even pray, whatever helps you connect with yourself. Sharma says this is the time to get clear on your goals, values, and what really matters to you. Ask yourself questions like, what do I want to achieve today? What's my big vision for the next year? Writing down your thoughts or gratitude can set a powerful tone for the day. If you're new to journaling, don't overthink it. Just grab a notebook and write one sentence about something you're grateful for, or one goal you want to focus on. For example, you might write, I'm grateful for my supportive friends, or today I'll take one step toward learning a new skill. If meditation feels intimidating, try 5 minutes of deep breathing or listening to a guided meditation app. It's like giving your mind a warm hug before the day starts. 3. Grow. 5:46 a.m. The final 20 minutes are for learning and growth. This is when you read a book, listen to a podcast, or study something that moves you closer to your goals. Sharma calls this installing new knowledge. Imagine if you spent 20 minutes every day learning something valuable. Over a year, that's over 120 hours of growth. You could master a new skill, learn about finance, or dive into personal development. Here's a tip. Pick something that excites you. If you're into entrepreneurship, read a book like Think and Grow Rich. If you want to improve your health, listen to a podcast about nutrition. The key is to make it relevant to your life. I started reading just 10 pages a day during this time, and it's amazing how much I've learned over a few months. The beauty of the 2020 formula is that it's flexible. Don't have a full hour? Start with 10 minutes per section. Got a busy schedule? Mix it up. Maybe 15 minutes of exercise and 25 minutes of reflection and learning combined. The goal is to create a routine that works for you. Okay, So you're probably wondering, how do I actually wake up at 5 a.m. without feeling like I've been hit by a truck? Great question. Sharma gives us a roadmap for building the 5 a.m. habit, and it's all about starting small and staying consistent. Let's talk about the science behind habits for a moment, because this is where the magic happens. Sharma refers to the 66-day rule. Research suggests it takes about 66 days to form a new habit. That means waking up at 5 a.m. might feel like a struggle at first, but after a couple of months it becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. Here's how to make it stick. Step 1. Start gradual. If you're waking up at 8 a.m. now, don't leap straight to 5 a.m. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, set your alarm 15 minutes earlier every few days. For example, go from 8 o'clock to 7:45, then 7:30, and so on. Your body will adjust naturally, and you won't feel like you're torturing yourself. Step 2. Optimize your evening routine. The 5 a.m. club starts the night before. Sharma says to avoid screens at least an hour before bed. No late-night Netflix binges or endless scrolling on social media. Blue light from screens messes with your sleep hormones, making it harder to fall asleep. Instead, try reading a physical book, listening to calming music, or even doing a quick bedtime stretch. Also, aim to get to bed by 9:30 or 10 p.m. so you're getting 7-8 hours of sleep. Sleep is the foundation of this whole system. If you're sleep-deprived, no amount of willpower will make 5 a.m. feel good. Step 3. Create a trigger. A trigger is something that reminds you to act. For example, place your alarm clock across the room so you have to get out of bed to turn it off. Or lay out your workout clothes and a glass of water the night before. These little cues make it easier to follow through, especially on days when you're tempted to hit snooze. Step 4. Reward yourself. Habits stick when they feel rewarding. After your victory hour, treat yourself to something small, like a delicious cup of coffee, a smoothie, or even 10 minutes of your favorite show. Your brain will start associating 5 a.m. with positive feelings, making it easier to stick with the habit. Step 5. Be patient. Sharma emphasizes that building habits is like planting a seed. It takes time to grow. The first few weeks might feel tough, but don't give up. Track your progress, maybe with a habit tracker app, or a simple calendar where you check off each day you wake up at 5 a.m. Seeing those check marks add up is super motivating. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine tried the 5 a.m. club after reading the book, but she was skeptical. She's a night owl and thought mornings were her enemy. She started by waking up at 6:30 a.m., doing just 10 minutes of stretching and 10 minutes of journaling. By week 2, she was hooked. She felt more energized and focused than ever. Now, she's a full-on 5 a.m. club member and says it's changed how she approaches her entire day. If she can do it, so can you. All right, let's zoom out and talk about why this all matters in the big picture. Sharma's core message is that small daily actions lead to massive results over time. He calls this the compound effect. Think of it like saving money. If you save $1 a day, it doesn't seem like much. But over years, it turns into a fortune. The 5 a.m. Club is about investing in yourself every morning so you can become healthier, happier, and more successful. One of my favorite concepts in the book is the 4 interior empires. These are the 4 areas you need to nurture to live a truly fulfilling life. Mindset, Heartset, Healthset, and Soulset. Let's break these down, because they're a big part of why the 5 a.m. Club works. Mindset. This is all about your thoughts and beliefs. Are you thinking positively? Are you focused on growth? The reflect part of the 2020 formula helps you strengthen your mindset by journaling or planning your day. For example, writing down 3 things you want to accomplish can keep your mind focused on what matters. Heartset. This is your emotional health. Are you grateful? Are you letting go of stress or resentment? Morning reflection, like gratitude journaling or meditation, helps you process emotions and start the day with a calm, positive heart. Try writing down 1 thing that made you smile yesterday. It's a small way to boost your Heartset. Healthset. Your physical health is the foundation of everything. Exercise, good sleep, and eating well keep your body strong. The move, part of the 2020 formula, is all about building your Healthset, so you have the energy to chase your dreams. Soulset. This is about connecting to your purpose and what lights you up. The grow part of the formula, reading, learning, or exploring your passions, helps you nurture your Soulset. Ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? How can I bring more of that into my life? By working on all 4 interior empires, you're building a balanced, meaningful life. It's not just about checking off tasks. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, inside and out. Now, let's address the big objection I know some of you have. 5 a.m. just doesn't work for my life. Maybe you work night shifts, you're a parent with young kids, or you're just wired to stay up late. I hear you, and Sharma does too. The 5 a.m. Club isn't about the exact time. It's about finding a quiet, uninterrupted window to focus on yourself. If 5 a.m. isn't realistic, try 6 a.m., 7 a.m., or even later in the evening if you're a night owl. The key is to have that sacred time when the world isn't pulling you in a million directions. Here's a story from the book that really stuck with me. The entrepreneur character was drowning in her busy life, running a business, dealing with stress, and feeling like she had no time for herself. She was skeptical about waking up early, but her billionaire mentor challenged her to try it for just 30 days. She started small, with 10 minutes of exercise, 10 minutes of journaling, and 10 minutes of reading. Over time, she found clarity, energy, and a renewed sense of purpose. She even started her own side project because of the ideas she got during her victory hour. That's the power of this system. It meets you where you are and helps you grow from there. Let's talk about some real-world challenges you might face and how to overcome them. If you're a parent, try waking up just 20 minutes before your kids. Use that time for a quick stretch and a moment of gratitude. If you work late, adjust the formula to fit your schedule. Maybe your victory hour is at 8 p.m. The point is to make it work for your life. Sharma says consistency beats perfection every time. So, what's the big takeaway from the 5 a.m. Club? It's this: your mornings are your superpower. By waking up early and using the 2020 formula, move, reflect, grow, you can transform your day and, over time, your entire life. It's about showing up for yourself day after day and building habits that make you feel unstoppable. Here's a challenge for you. Try the 5 a.m. Club for 1 week. Set your alarm a little earlier. Do a mini version of the 2020 formula. Maybe 10 minutes of movement, 5 minutes of journaling, and 5 minutes of learning, and see how it feels. Track how it impacts your mood, energy, and focus. I bet you'll notice a difference by day 3. And if you're not ready for 5 a.m., start wherever you are. Even 15 minutes of intentional morning time can be a game changer. Oh, and one more thing. Sharma talks about the idea of the heroic human. That's who you become when you commit to this practice. Someone who takes charge of their time, their growth, and their life. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent and believing in your potential. How cool is that? If you're loving this summary and want more book breakdowns like this, drop a comment and let me know what books you'd like us to cover next. Maybe Atomic Habits or The Power of Now. And if you try the 5 a.m. Club, share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks for hanging out with me and diving deep into the 5 a.m. Club. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs a morning boost, and subscribe for more content to help you live your best life. Until next time, keep owning your mornings, chasing your dreams, and becoming your most heroic self. This is Jackson signing off. See you in the next one.